Appreciate it. Appreciate you making like one of
There
your
we go.
communicates.
Alright. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Scares video. By the way, I want to thank you guys so much for such a massive outturn for the Moera playthrough. 11 total views. And I know that's not a lot by normal YouTube standards and all that, but for me, 11 views is a lot. So I really appreciate all the support, guys. I really do. So today we got some videos to check out. I'm hoping I got some videos lined up on a playlist, and I'm hoping to at least make it through 5. I'm gonna push for 5, but I will at least make 4. So buckle in, everyone. I know that you're just all so excited. Bleh. Okay, now for some reason, Chills has been missing for the last week. He hasn't uploaded any videos on either his Chills channel or his Top 15 channel. But I still have some videos of his I have not seen yet on this playlist. So while he's gone, we're just gonna catch up on some of those ones. And so without further ado, let's jump right in and get started. The first one is actually one of those ones from Chills. 5 scary videos you can't handle after dark. The atmosphere is perfectly set then. Let's go.
This list has ghost videos that are so scary, you should never watch them in the dark. Number 5. A scary video of paranormal investigation shows what kind of creepy stuff can happen when exploring abandoned places goes wrong. Dan of a paranormal investigation channel called Paranormal Encounters UK explores a haunted hotel that is a hotbed of paranormal activity. He explores the lobby and goes upstairs. Past a rope, he finds 2 empty glasses at the counter. Kind of like somebody was preparing to take their own life. Dan calls out to no one in particular and captures a ghost on camera that could be a bug.
Hello?
Next, he explores a
bug.
room with lots of mysterious lights. The longer he stays, the more light seems to appear. He talks about how before becoming a haunted hotel, this place used to be a girls' school. So maybe there's a little ghost girl watching from the hallway. Nothing else happens until 18 minutes later when he explores a different room. This is the part of the paranormal investigation where he addresses anyone nearby directly.
There's any spirits? There's any ghosts? Anything in this room right now that wants to make contact with me?
Only when he looks through the camera does he realize spooky ghost orbs have been following him all along.
What reflection? Oh my, that's coming towards me then.
Ghost orbs which fly into him repeatedly. If you believe in the paranormal, then you will probably see this as spirits attaching themselves to a living host. In other words, a possession. If you are a skeptic, then to you this is not a ghost sighting, merely dust. Number 4.
Oh. If that's real, then that was a possession live on camera. Caught on camera. Creepy to think what happened to that guy.
Years ago, everyone was talking about a possible witch sighting on the side of the road in India that went viral. Now a second scary video is making rounds, this one possibly taken from around the same area. An older traveler with a cane appears to be walking down the middle of the road at night in bright white robes. As the driver gets closer, he is surprised to find the strange man is taking steps, but not moving forward, almost like a ghost. Tell me what they are saying here, because they sound excited and I would really like to know what their real reaction to a ghost sighting was.
Dale, dale. Dale,
Then the strange figure begins to walk backwards in slow, jerky movements, without so much as even looking behind him once. This is probably one of their friends, but if they actually caught a real ghost on camera, like they think they have, then I guess the paranormal apparition would have no reason to fear cars, and
Ooh. Wow, this thing is creepy.
after all, the worst has already happened, and now this feeble ghost is forever forced to explore the haunted road where potentially its life came to pass. Number 3. Paranormal.
You know, it could be faked, but I'm always leaving the possibility open that it's not. I mean, as Chill said, it could very easily have been just one of their friends in on the hoax, but you know, again, you just never know.
Paranormal explorers Moxley of Moxley's Crazy Adventures and Dan of Nighthawk Exploring team up to explore an abandoned house so haunted that only two well-versed paranormal investigators such as themselves could ever hope to stand a chance against it. Known only as the Invisible House, the haunted place in the UK is host to ghastly figures and ghostly apparitions that will make your skin crawl as they reach out and brush by. While exploring the second floor, they pass by a small statue kneeling in prayer. The way it faces into the room makes me think it was left there to protect against something inside, a paranormal presence that doesn't want them in there exploring the abandoned house at all. Somewhere nearby, a door closes all by itself, and when you slow down the video at 6 minutes and 4 seconds, there is a half-concealed outline of a pale ghost face in the window. Not knowing that they've already caught a ghost sighting on tape, they break out the K2 meter to get supernatural consent for their paranormal investigation to continue.
Are you okay with myself and Moxley being here? Can you take it to the yellow or orange? Would you be okay if myself and Moxley used the spirit box in here?
Give it a go.
Give it a go.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that.
A chill passes over them, and just like the legends say, the ghost hunters hear and feel a presence brush by them both. They turn around to find this heavy cabinet door, which was open when they first came in, is now closed. They open and close the cabinet to see how heavy it is, and conclude that it is too heavy to close on its own from a gentle breeze. And get this, every time they touch the cabinet door, a ghost orb angrily flies overhead. It happens 3 times and it's quite creepy. Number 2.
You know, that's just one of those ones where it's, you know, like, nope, stay out of it, yep. That's a big nope for me.
Ghost Adventures of Cornwall is the name of a paranormal investigation channel in the UK who says that out of all of the haunted places they've ever explored, this abandoned house is one of the scariest and most active of all. Mark and Haley see a lot of creepy paranormal stuff, and it's all caught on live stream. At 2 minutes and 34 seconds, they see something strange that they think is a ghost. A soft light passes across another room that Mark says was not his. The light looks like it could have been from his flashlight at first, until you zoom in and see that the ghost light actually originates on its own, and does not match his camera movements at all. It's not Haley's light either, because as far as I can tell, she doesn't have one. Mark says that...
But that doesn't mean that someone else wasn't there at the same time as them, either pulling their leg or doing their own investigation.
The ghost orb returns at 6 minutes and 48 seconds, and this time you can clearly see his camera is pointed straight at the window when this ghost light goes up the wall and disappears.
Look at these curtains, man. Oh, something keeps touching me.
I think that something was touching him because his camera malfunctions at the same time he feels a ghost nearby. Then later a small blue ghost orb is in the window and it stays in the same spot even when he turns away. And when they set up a spirit box in this area to let the ghost communicate with radio airwaves, a female voice says hello. Tell me if you hear a ghost EVP say hello because I do. A sense of desperation lends a sharpness to her voice that makes me jump. A disembodied ghost voice sounds like she does not want to be condemned to haunting this abandoned house. The paranormal investigation must go on though, and so he is brave and keeps talking to the ghost, wanting to know more. It's a big mistake.
Are you alone? Can you not? Whoa!
Time to play.
Be careful, someone.
That's weird.
What?
I said time to play and that one.
Who just said time to play?
Whoa.
You're playing games with me.
At this point, the paranormal investigation has definitely gone wrong, and judging from what the spirit box had to say, a supernatural presence has probably attached itself to them. Either a demonic possession or a curse, an evil spirit can make themselves sound lost and confused to gain the trust of paranormal explorers, so maybe that's what happened here. I've got a challenge for you.
That's creepy to think about. You know, that ghosts are easy to.
Wow.
That ghosts are easy to deceive other people.
Find out. Number 1. Steve Huff of a ghost hunting channel called Huff Paranormal makes a video to show us once and for all that the supernatural can speak clearly and can understand much of what we ask them. To do this, he uses a spirit box he personally engineered himself called a Wonder Box Gold. Without getting into specifics, I'll just say that thousands of dollars went into buying the right components. So it's no surprise that this custom spirit box works way better than the typical free apps and cheaper equipment used in other paranormal investigation videos. The ghost EVP comes in clear, first a woman and then a less than excited man.
I'm Steve Huff. What's your name?
My name is Jack.
Jack Gordon keeps wanting to know Steve's name, but seems to know one big difference. Steve is alive and he is not.
I'm Steve Huff.
What if I like?
I'm alive, I'm human, I'm in my backyard.
I know.
This is the second time the ghost has asked Steve for his name. Steve says that spirits are intelligent, but they have trouble retaining new information, so it would make sense that Jack doesn't remember a new person's name, because it's not his old memories. Technically, they shouldn't even be meeting at all. Paranormal Huff later does some research into public records and finds a man named Jack Gordon who lived one town over. It's a creepy coincidence, but that's a common name that you can probably find almost anywhere. Plus, it kind of sounds like the spirit box could have said Jeff if you listen again.
My name is Jack.
But the point is, Steve claims a ghost was answering questions. So do you think this homemade device is real? On one hand, it makes sense that the spirits would be able to communicate more clearly on one of the most expensive spirit boxes ever made. Or it could just be regular radio waves. When you have CCTV.
That's creepy. That was. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good one. What am I doing? I can just click next to go on to the next video. Next, we got 5 scary videos you'll regret watching. By Sir Spooks.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 10 scary videos you'll regret watching. Whether it's ghosts, creatures, or mysterious events unfolding right in front of our eyes, the paranormal is something we are all fascinated by, whether we are believers or skeptics. I like to keep an open mind on these subjects and let you guys be the judge. Before Before we begin today's video, I just want to say thank you guys for the support lately. Our subreddit is getting very close to 10,000 members, which is insane. With all that said, let's get to the sponsor of this video. I'm pretty sure you'll recognize them at this point. Yeah, you guessed it. Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is a free fantasy-themed turn-based RPG game. It takes place in a world of dark fantasy where you have to assemble a team of heroes that will take you on an epic. But it's out.
Okay, now it says 5. Dude, what's going on here? Oh, there's a creepy imagery again.
Subreddits out there are ghosts, creepy amongst many others. But one of the best and most underrated ones is humanoid encounters. There, curious internet users can find creepy videos related to strange-looking entities, and lots of them are creepy. The following video by the user RuthVN is no exception. We are shown surveillance camera footage of what appears to be some sort of parking lot, located somewhere within Mexico. However, the video goes from normal to terrifying in the span of just a few seconds. Take a look.
Ooh, okay.
The strange woman you just saw moves all around the area at a rapid speed before eventually disappearing from the camera sight. The uploader states that the entity is indeed human, but one that is not acting the way one usually does. The uploader also claims this to be the woman known as Ninja Pero, an urban legend that scared people back in 2009. In one of the versions of the story, it was said that the girl was 14 years old and was hidden away by her mother, so no one would be able to see her abnormalities and discriminate against her. So could this footage show the real Ninja Pero? Let me know what you think.
It's possible. Either way, this person's movements on all fours is way too fast, even for a human. It is weird. It is really weird.
Over on my very own subreddit Sir Spooks, a user by the name of Mayonnaise shared an eerie clip that will give you the chills. My girlfriend's mom took this video years ago, the uploader states. They no longer live in the house this happened in. Thoughts?
Okay, I've been saying this for a long time and nobody wants to believe me. So here is my proof. This was last night around almost 11 o'clock. And watch the chair. It's in the picture. Very close.
I didn't even have this dog.
Tell me that's not a freaking ghost. Okay, people. Come on now.
Albeit brief, the video is definitely unsettling and so far has no explanation, as with any sort of video like that one.
Okay, now obviously, the obvious, hoax answer is that, because of the low video quality, it's very easy to hide a string that could have been attached to that chair. Now, that doesn't discount that weird ghost orb, though.
This definitely could have been somebody behind.
Right. Oh.
This
Let's turn it all the way down.
Definitely could have been somebody behind.
Right there. What is that? It looks like a jet. Like, there's the nose of the jet, there's the cockpit, there's the fin, and there's the tail. But why did that show up just out of nowhere like that? That doesn't make any sense. I have no explanation for that.
Behind the camera that we just can't see, pulling a string or something in order to get attention on the internet. What do you think? Let me know your opinion on this clip in the comments.
I'm on the fence with this one, guys. It's easy to fake. The chair thing is easy to fake, but that light that just appeared and disappeared.
A group of young friends run.
But that light that just appeared and disappeared in a matter of a second, not even that long. I can't explain that one.
A YouTube channel named Me and Some Dudes, where they occasionally upload comedy-related videos and just them goofing around with one another. It's actually a fairly innocent channel that seems totally harmless. That is, however, with the exception of one video of theirs. In the particular video, the group head on over to a local park just to be kids and have fun. However, something incredibly odd can be seen in the very first second of the video. And if you're not looking hard enough upon initial viewing, it can be quite easy to miss. But take a look at what is behind the kids right here.
Hello, so today we're gonna be doing awesome parkour! 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 Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, parkour. Okay, let's get some parkour. Yeah!
Okay.
No, it's already!
Why did the kid holding that camera not notice that?
It's enough to give anybody the creeps, and it is more than safe to assume that when the kids watched the video back, they got the scare of their lives. If this video is real, that is. Judging by the fact that the figure never appears again and is never brought up, there is a chance it could be genuine. Or it could just be a couple of kids staging a video in the hopes to get a ton of views. But what do you think? Leave your suggestions in the comments.
That is creepy. I don't think they faked that. I don't think they faked that. I think someone was actually stalking them right there. I wouldn't say it's paranormal though, but it is creepy to think about.
YouTube user JPH88 uploaded a video to his channel on December 22nd, 2014, which allegedly sees him investigating the Ju-on house in Japan. Throughout the video, he enters various different rooms in the house, which look a little off-putting because of its emptiness and feeling of complete isolation. That, and the fact that this was filmed late at night with a night vision camera. But by far the most disturbing part of the video happens around 10 minutes in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw this out right here, guys. The Japan's ghost videos are always the scariest. I always get a sense of unease whenever I watch one of their ghost videos. Because, you know, whether it's real or fake, they are good.
This is the moment the uploader realizes he is not alone.
Oh, I've seen this one.
The creepy sound that the ghostly figure makes, as well as the fact that the uploader drops his camera on the ground, makes this video extremely frightening, fake or not. Let's hope that it is fake. because this is one ghost that appears to be dangerous and looking for its next victim.
I think this one in particular is fake, because how else was the guy able to upload the video? You know, with as aggressive as this ghost was, there's no way he should have gotten out of there alive. Yeah, I'm calling BS on it, but it's good BS. This is a good fake.
Oops.
Hey babe, you want to come check out a good fake jump scare?
Okay. I can see it from here.
You'll need the headphones too. Because a good part of the scare is the sound that the quote ghost makes. Right here.
The creepy sound.
Oh, that's pretty creepy.
I gotta admit, I got scared with that one, but once I realized, with as aggressive as that ghost was, there's no way it would have let this investigator leave alive. It's fake.
That makes sense.
But still, it's a fun little fake.
The creepy sound that the ghostly figure makes, as well as the fact that the uploader drops his camera on the ground, makes this video extremely frightening, fake or not. Let's hope that it is fake, because this is one ghost that appears to be dangerous and looking for its next victim. For what seems like forever, aliens and UFOs have been the subject of much curiosity by people, and we are still trying to prove their existence all these years later. This video that was published to the UFO subreddit by the user Luke511 is sure to add more fuel to the fire. It begins with a man talking to the camera about something fascinating that he just witnessed while outside, perhaps camping, in Big Bear Lake, California. Quickly, we begin to notice the weird object that the man filming is talking about. While he observes this object flying above, he shines a laser pointer at it to better demonstrate its location to his viewers. But as soon as his laser pointer makes direct contact with the flying object, something incredibly interesting happens. Take a look.
Started here, and then he flew and curved down this way. Oh, here's another one right here. You see him? Flying right over our heads. Pointing it right at him. And now he's turning.
Ooh,
Yeah.
flashed.
Yeah, you see him?
Yeah, it just flashed.
I'm lasering at him, and he's curving. Shit.
Immediately after this happens, the man recording as well as another person he is with sound absolutely fascinated by this, rather than scared.
I would be fascinated by it too.
If this is a real sighting of a UFO in the sky, then
hell yeah, I'd be fascinated by that. A mere human getting the attention of a flying saucer, that would be badass.
it is an extremely interesting one for sure. Whether or not we will ever prove the existence of aliens is beyond anybody's guess. but this video will definitely add to that conversation.
Hey Brando, good to see you, buddy.
And that was 5 scary videos you'll regret watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Alright, so next up we got from top 15s, the top 15 scary videos that'll freak you out. Let's go.
Number 15.
Oh, sorry. That'll freak you out,
thwarted. This not-so-smart intruder's attempted entering was thwarted by a much smarter doorbell. When this stranger attempted to break into this home in Sydney Hills District, where a woman and her child were alone inside, the man is captured on several security cameras, staking out the premises, ringing the doorbell and waiting, before peering into the windows and trying the door handle several times.
Hello. Hi.
Wrong house, hello. Yeah, no, it's wrong house, sorry.
When the homeowner finally responds to the man's attempted break-in via the Ring doorbell, the homeowner's voice obviously scares the man, who quickly rushes off apologizing and claiming he had the wrong house. There's nothing better than outsmarting an intruder. Hopefully he didn't try again later. Number 14. Out of the Sky. This footage submitted to the Chills Narrator subreddit was filmed at night and shows a red streak whipping across the dark sky overhead. A loud sound blares throughout, not sure if it's an alarm or what. The streak of red light sparks like fireworks and then dissipates. We assume being stopped by the sea ram, as the title claims. Redditors in the comments find it in action to be pretty incredible but equally frightening. I have to say I agree. Number 13.
What the hell was that? If anyone has any natural explanation for that, please leave it a comment to that one.
Phantom trespasser. You might consider calling the cops on the intruder trespassing on your property at night, but when it turns out to be this woman, maybe you should call a ghost hunter instead. Posted to Twitter by Daniela Guerrero, she writes in Spanish, "Okay, my parents have a security company, and how about the officials of a condominium have just passed them a heavy video of what happened last night. The video shows a large yard with a small pool. In the distance, a woman dressed in white crosses the property. She has dark hair and moves steadily forward until she's closer to the camera. She strides across, clearly on a mission, and that mission is to evaporate in plain sight. The phantom trespasser disappears into the night as she rounds a corner. What does she want here, and where did she go? All questions and no answers. Perhaps that's what we're supposed to have." Number 12.
The only thing I can think of with the evaporating and all that was that that's a camera glitch, but I don't know, just seems like that's the easy out these days. When you see a ghost video involving a camera and a bit of a streak on her walk, that's what we always jump to the conclusion of, that that's a camera glitch. But what are the odds that every single video relating to that is always going to be a camera glitch?
Intruder. A Ring camera caught yet another attempted intruder in the act. Actually, this time too. Published to YouTube in a Ring cam video by Full Moon Crazies in July of 2019. The surveillance camera was placed behind a lamp and captures a pair of thieves going into a home during the Christmas season. The thieves are partially hiding their faces with their hoodies, and they seem to spy the Ring camera right away, as they look directly at it. After gathering some backpacks, likely filled with the taken goods, one of the intruders can be seen knocking the camera down to avoid its capturing further incriminating footage, but he didn't totally succeed. 2 more intruders are caught on camera entering the room from the hallway. The clip ends without further explanation. These intruders more than likely made off like bandits, but we can only hope this video evidence was enough to catch them. Either way, this cost them Christmas, as they were sure to end up on Santa's naughty list. Number 11, footsteps in the mine.
That was a bad joke there. I don't know what to say to that one.
Exploring a dark underground mine, water dripping.
Okay, I've seen this video before, and you know, I still don't have an explanation for this one, but watch right here on this like this divot of the cave. You'll see a shadow creature, a shadow being move from this corner down this cave. Watch.
Echo, silence, and then you hear this. Posted to the Ghosts subreddit by Resurrect. The Redditor was on an adventure through the Disido mine in Arizona when he heard what he describes as footsteps on wood coming from deep within the tunnel. He says he and his crew were the only ones there at the time. Would you hightail it out of there or wait to see who or what was approaching? Well, most in the comments are already racing for the hills. Redditor JD250 offers a potential explanation. He writes, "When I was a kid, I lived up in Tennessee right on an old house." Redditor JD250 offers...
Hold on a second. Sorry, guys. Alright, so I made a mistake.
He and his crew
actually travels from here down this way. Watch.
We're the only ones there at the time. Would you hightail it out of there or wait to see who or what was approaching?
Right there.
Well, most in the comments are already racing for the hills. Redditor JD250 offers a potential explanation. He writes, "When I was a kid, I lived up in Tennessee right on an old mine used by the town for storing stuff in the early 1800s, and I would hear sounds like these." Although JD says that he doesn't personally believe in ghosts, he admits to sensing the presence of pain and suffering in a place. On another note, the Redditor felt angry and hostile vibes in the place and insisted that it felt like something terrible had occurred in that mine, and he didn't want to know what it was. He also notes that his stepfather felt he couldn't breathe at one point, and not from overexertion. Do you think this could be explained naturally, or is something haunting this mining tunnel? Wherever you stand, myself and most agree that this is one of the creepiest videos posted. Number 10, Demonic Choir Girl. Heavenly harmonies sound haunting. This one may actually be. Published to YouTube in June of 2020. This clip comes from a video that'll give you nightmares, according to the Portuguese title. The clip is gaining traction in the Spanish and Portuguese speaking YouTube communities, and after watching, you'll know exactly why it's become so popular. The footage shows a children's choir practicing, led by their enthusiastic conductor. They're likely preparing to perform for their parents in a Christmas program, judging by their Santa hats. At first, all seems normal, nothing out of place, that is until the shot zooms in on this child, who appears to be experiencing something out of the norm. The girl with long black hair leans her head back, as if her actions are out of her control. She appears possessed, and her face, blurred to begin with, even disappears at some point, like it's erased from the video altogether. The young girl dips her head back several times in this manner, which is plenty of cause for concern, but it's her seeming to vanish from the footage only to re-emerge that's especially creepy. Is this girl possessed? Can the vanishing act be somehow explained? What is happening here? One thing's for sure, it's freaky.
You know, again, going back to the whole camera glitch thing, but why was she leaning her head back like that? That's crazy.
Number 9, the baby monitor. Have you ever seen videos on social media that were so concerning that you considered calling the cops? A Redditor explains that this days-old TikTok account is posting disturbing videos. He writes that the video's creator keeps posting 15-second clips over several days, and that neither viewers nor the platform appear to have alerted authorities. The clip, posted by Mandy, shows a woman on a baby cam crying while having her hair brushed by a man. When her head droops, he lifts her chin back up to face the camera. Some in the comments say that it's so creepy they can't even watch. Excited Koalas 29 mentions, if y'all look at the people they're following, this starts to look like a new horror account. They're following a lot of verified users, as well as celebrities. That's always a good sign that it's fake. Although Koala says he isn't trying to discredit the clip, which could potentially be real, we hope that he is right, that it's some sort of horrible horror fiction. Other clips posted by Mandy shows the girl as well. In one of them, the girl is wringing her hands before being fed something from a man off screen, who then pets her hair. Another clip shows her rocking back and forth, and in yet another, she seems to be eating something off the ground. Redditor Jula Mad weighs in. The content is gross one way or another and needs to be reported to the authorities. If this is real, then I definitely agree. But as the other Redditor pointed out, there's a good chance it isn't. Number 8, Creeper at the end of the bed.
Real or not, yeah, it's very disturbing.
What if that figure you sometimes see out of the corner of your eye is really there? Posted to the Ghosts subreddit by Malachi James. The clip shows the pregnant woman's blanketed belly, and in the background a crying kitten. Across the screen are the words, "My heart is actually breaking." But it's at the very end of the clip that your heart doesn't break but starts beating rapidly. Redditor Quality Spooky Me sums up, I didn't notice the head popping up at the end of the video the first time I watched this. What the heck is that? The Redditor says her sister didn't even notice the shadow creeping up until she watched the clip back. The Redditor says that her sister is fine, nothing bad happened to her, and no further weirdness occurred in her last week at this house. She did mention, however, that she felt heaviness there, like someone or something was stalking her. Another Redditor, Link Nadeserico, also points out the glowing pinpricks in the darkened doorway at the beginning of the clip, like eyes in the darkness. Well, some call fake on this video due to the abrupt ending. As many note, this was a Snapchat, which may be the reason for the seemingly premature cut. Others think it's a ghost of the former pet, which the Redditor has noted was the cat with black fur. Sounds suspiciously superstitious. Number 7.
I think I might call fake on that one, because yeah, maybe a Snapchat video, but it still seems too convenient, you know?
Masked Man. This video reminds us that it's better to be safe than sorry. Ring doorbell videos emerged in uptown New Orleans revealing a masked man attempting to enter area homes. In one of these videos, he is captured on film checking the doors to see if they're open. And as it would turn out, this wasn't his first attempt. The resident of the latest attempt, Casey Urshel, discovered the scary incident after checking his Ring doorbell surveillance. That's the first time he saw the potential intruder on his front porch at 3:30 in the morning. He told WWL-TV, really creepy knowing it was the night before, and didn't wake up when it happened, probably just trying to get into the house to break in and see if he could get anything, describing the man's creepy mask as something you'd get at a Halloween store. The resident also noted that the wannabe intruder was wearing gloves and carrying something indistinguishable. When he shared this on social media, others shared their own. Some clips are from a month previous, which means this wasn't the masked villain's first rodeo. The police department urged others to report similar incidents so they could further investigate. As for Urshel, he knows the importance of locking up at night. You never know who might come knocking. Number 6. Home Alone. What's scarier than being home alone? When you think you are, but you're actually not. Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Amy Dancing Again. The Redditor explains that she was home alone and making a TikTok video when she started hearing noises. She writes, I heard banging noises from the spare room we use for storage. No one else was home and there seems to also be a weird humming noise. The clip appears to be taken in Amy's room. Although faint, you can hear knocking and banging noises in the background. The strange humming sound could be a car passing or some sort of vehicular noise, but as for the banging, who knows? Can you hear that? Amy asks. Yes, Amy, we can. Time to take a leaf out of Macaulay Culkin's book and start setting up some booby traps. Number 5, Apparition.
So I'm not 100% positive that it's real or not.
Filmed at the Holy Love Apparition site. The video shows 2 statues in a field backlit by the sun. Those getting the footage get closer to the statues. In the close-up, the statue's eyes appear to be blinking. While it could be an effect on the sunlight, it looks like the statue is legitimately opening and closing its eyes. Of course, there are some believers in the comments, and then there are some doubting the whole incident as well. So YouTubers, is this a miracle or just an optical illusion? Number 4.
You know, I want to believe it's a miracle, but when you, I saw it upon a closer look. The eyes were open. Yes, when the camera was looking up from an angle. But I also noticed that when he was looking from a distance, yeah, the eyelids were down, but the eyes were still open. So, in this case, it is an optical illusion.
Paranormal intruder. What hides in the shadows can oftentimes be shadows themselves. Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Mego White, the Redditor explains that she and her husband were away from home over a weekend and set up the motion detector Alfred camera app in their room for surveillance. When they returned from their trip, they were met with this unusual and terrifying video. The clip shows a fuzzy bedroom backdropped by a doorway with either a light on beyond or a natural source of light casting inside the other room. That light shifts as something is apparently moving enough to set off the motion sensor. In fact, that something appears to pass right across the doorway, blocking out the light beyond for a moment. You can make...
Oh, this is bizarre right here. Okay, now I will say this much now. Now, even though I don't think that last one was a miracle, that one video that had the Jesus statue opening its eyes to look at us, to look at the camera, that was amazing.
Make out a distinct figure. It's more like a shadow or a vague or even invisible figure that still somehow manages to distort the light. There is definite movement, but from what, we can't know for sure. Redditor JJ740 asks if there was an intrusion, to which Meg answers that all the doors and windows were locked and nothing was missing. She also notes that strange things have been occurring in this house for a matter of months. Like what? Meg explains we can always see a shadow walking out of the office through the wall into my closet, and I always thought I was seeing things until we caught this on camera. She also says in another comment that her kids have heard people talking, and her 2-year-old has even started laughing at something in empty rooms of the home. A Redditor writes, that's actually genuinely creepy. Of course, as with every potentially paranormal clip, you have your insect theories, but most agree that the clip looks legit and not edited or faked. What do you think?
This one I'm actually going to call real. You know, there's just way too much of craziness going on for this to be edited in any kind of way, or for it to be a bug on the lens.
Are you freaked out? I certainly
am.
Yeah,
I am.
Number 3, The Purge. You head outside for a nice peaceful evening stroll when you encounter this, posted to TikTok by Daniela Duque. The uploader says in the clip, something happened that changed my life, check. The clip shows at least a dozen people all dressed in white, wandering down the empty street carrying torches. It's not clear what's going on here. Many in the comments are saying this looks like the set from a movie. Others suggest the horror film Midsommar. While some think this group is cult-like, perhaps performing a ritual. Still others consider this is more likely the Purge. Are you ready for it? I'm not. Number 2.
That was just weird.
Ghostbuster. Who you gonna call? Likely this Russian
I'm creeped out by that one.
YouTuber after watching this video. The YouTuber writes in Russian, "When I started the project, I did not even imagine that it would get such results. Thousands of your posts about missed moments in Ghostbuster." The YouTuber explains that in past videos that he's posted, subscribers have...
Huh?
So she shows, but your old phone needs to be charged.
Okay.
Oh. What she shows on this one? Yep. Oh, there's one.
You need that?
I'm gonna use that one. I do this one. Love you, bitches.
Easy compromise.
have found paranormal looking figures in the abandoned buildings he's explored. He ghost busts a couple of these myths, showing that looks can be deceiving. Looks to be a white figure beyond in the shadows of a darkened room. Dima explains that it was actually 2 pieces of white paper taped to the wall. However, he admits that other experiences do stump him. In one estate, something dark appears to be sliding slowly up a doorway in a room beyond. He concludes that it was either a bat rather than something paranormal, or that considering the estate is in the middle of Moscow, something else was on the premises and stuck their hand around the corner to see if he'd notice. Lastly, while exploring an estate, a ghost is seemingly captured peering from under the archway of a room. At this point during his exploration, Dima admits that a chill ran through his entire body. This one appears to stump Dima's, and he asks his viewers if they want him to return to this place and try and recreate the scene and its circumstances to figure out once and for all what happened here. Do you want to know? Or do you think the undead are best left undisturbed? I've got a challenge.
I want to go back. You know, if you stumble upon something that you generally are freaked out and scared about, it's best not to push your luck.
There, as it turns out, Number 1, Nostalgia Nightmare. As it turns out, nostalgia isn't always a good thing. Posted to the Chills Narrator subreddit by Hey There, You Are Okay, the Redditor explains. So I was going through my old 3DS photos for nostalgia. The reason why I'm posting on this sub is because I'm not for sure if I caught anything in the background. Do you think it's younger me being scared? The video clip shows an empty bedroom. As he starts to scan the room, the video captures a dark room beyond. It's hard to tell if there's a window in that room. However, something appears to move there, or at least a shadow is cast that mimics movements. The camera passes upward to the ceiling, and when it returns to the closet, the shadow and light has changed a bit. But it's the next time the camera pans from one side to the other that the real change occurs. Explain these unknowable shadows. What is going on here? Is there something or someone in that room? No wonder the Redditor was freaked out.
Oh, that's creepy.
What you liking? Well, happy birthday?
Alright, next one, we got scary TikTok videos. You are not something.
Hello guys, now we want to
not supposed to see by our main man, King Frost.
take a look at a new bunch of scary TikTok videos that you have sent in to me or that I have found on the internet. As always, if you can, please leave me a like and a comment. And now, let's buckle up and stay frosty. Now we want to take a look at the case of Danny F. Donahue, who's documenting a sinister haunting in his apartment. Sam has forwarded me the following clips of his.
I want that money.
I had featured one of his videos in the past, and it left many people back.
Alright, hold on a second. Hold on a second, guys. I need to bring the video up. Okay, that was weird. Why was Alright.
Effort, to say the least. He appears to be a nice and ordinary guy, but for some reason, there seems to be a grim demon attached to his place that surely is material.
Mila. You've already had 3 bottles tonight.
Straight out of a horror movie. This night he was woken up again by loud and inexplicable noises from the bathroom, which is one of the hotspots in terms of mysterious events. And of course, then he starts documenting at that point.
Okay.
Was something hiding behind the shower curtain, perhaps? Good thing the light switch still worked.
Okay, okay.
Never mind, actually.
Whoa!
If that scared you, then it must be really scary.
Guys, you know me, I don't get scared that easily, but holy shit. That was good. Whew. You want to see it?
Later. Getting sleepy.
Whew.
Take a good look at this creepy thing with its glowing eyes.
Now, oh wow. Real or not, I got scared. It's been a while since one of these videos actually scared me. So, that was good. That was a good one.
I'm sure nobody could get back to sleep after facing something like that. Demonic.
I wouldn't sleep if I saw that either.
For sure. Time to take another look at the case of Kathy Gallinger that I had featured last week. She has uploaded a lot of amazing stuff lately, which would have been too much to cover in only one video. If you're not familiar with her situation, she's living in a house with her daughter and husband, which inherits some form of paranormal force. She documents these events on her TikTok profile and has gathered a large number of people who follow her case. Now, let's take a look at something creepy that one of her viewers has pointed out.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this video was sent to us by Stephanie, and oh my god, guys. This is when Jamie went on his walk. So this is a screenshot of the last video that I posted, and you can clearly see what looks to be an alien-like face peering out at Jamie from behind the tree. And then in the video, if you watch it, you can see where it hides back behind the tree. And around that time is when everyone's screen froze. Everyone on live said their screen froze. And Jamie heard a loud bang, and that's when he turned around and came back to the house. So for all those people out there who've asked me, have I looked into the story of the Greys, and trust me, I have, and some of the stuff around the property at night. So this really freaks me out, guys.
In fact, it doesn't.
Guys, that this is a good, still shot and all that, but It's nothing compared to that entity in that last video. I'm sorry. I'll think he should have saved that one for number one, for the last video. I don't think anything else is gonna top that.
Appear as if that face is peeking at them and then disappearing the second they realize that there might be something else. But as I had mentioned in the past, also her daughter lives through some really spooky encounters. Her bedroom is situated in the basement, and the entity likes playing with her belongings once in a while.
Amanda, where are you? And we... And you.
In fact, look how forceful that ball is pushed down. Is it a malevolent entity? At this point, it could be suspected. Who knows? Let's keep an eye on that case.
Now, I'm curious as to what she saw in that closet that made her just bolt it. Why didn't she show that part of the video?
Hey guys, if you wish to support me to enjoy many more videos, please consider becoming a member and joining. So, Kath Orange.
Girl on the road.
Sherman O'Neill is another TikTok user that likes to post entertaining reactions on his profile, in which he gives his opinions on different topics that he sees fit. Also, he's a truck driver. Why is this important? Well, he has shared a video in which he is on his rig at night and driving on a lonesome road. His dashcam was recording every minute of it. And wouldn't you know it, turns out that he wasn't as alone in that area as he had thought at first. He was checking out the material with some of his colleagues.
What in the hell?
It seems like a young woman is walking on the road in a white dress. But who would do that at night? It seems really dangerous. It is said that many accidents took place, in this stretch of road in particular, and that many have lost their lives. Could it be one of the roaming souls, perhaps? Truly a really terrifying capture.
That's creepy. Just a little dance.
The next video we're gonna take a look at has been recorded by Gamyam, who exclusively records choreographies to different songs and shares them with his viewer base. He switches locations ever so often to keep it interesting, but one of his common stages seems to be a room in his house where he records himself every other day. And today it was said that he was alone at the time when he recorded again.
Excuse me, guys.
Yet there is an eerie reflection of something passing by in the back. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
You might say, hey, that shadow is a reflection from the outside though, which is possible, but it still looks pretty humanoid. And if that would be the case, how can a person move that fast? To me, it looks like one of these unbelievably fast shadow apparitions that can move from place to place in an instant. But what do you think?
It's possible. You know, the fact that not too much attention was drawn to it gives it some kind of credibility. You know, the video wasn't, you know, based on that entity. So
Sandra has forwarded me the next video, which she apparently had found on Reddit, and it was then shared on TikTok. The original uploader is unknown, unfortunately, but apparently the following story had transpired that night. A man heard some really inexplicable noises from outside his property and noticed that the motion sensor had been triggered several times, but he couldn't see anything when looking outside his window. So he checked his camera to see if the device could capture anything. Could it?
whoa, what? Whoa. Okay. That's creepy.
A bug, you might say. Yeah, I mean that's possible. But how do we explain the motion sensor responding to movement in front of the house? Some people believe that it is an apparition, though, that was moving around there. And then there were some weird noises, apparently. I couldn't say. Guess this one will remain a mystery.
Shadow Man.
Jackie Muniz has sent me the next video a couple of weeks ago, and now's the time to share it with you guys. Apparently it was recorded by a young man who was working as a security guard in a local hospital, and he wasn't really a believer or expert in the fields of the paranormal, so to say. Yet he heard some unfamiliar sounds from the upper floor, and he documented this incident. For whatever reason, the upper part of the hospital was said to be empty, so you shouldn't find anything there, right?
Alright, hold on guys, I need to make a change to the title of this video real quick. Alright, all changes are saved. Turn the splitter back on.
Alright guys, I'm at the empty floors. I was hearing some noise.
Oh, I've seen this one.
It's kind of freaking me out, so I'm gonna be filming a little bit.
Ba-boom.
What was that?
I'm still scratching my head to that one.
We can see clearly how a shadow figure is standing behind a chair in one of the treatment rooms, and it appears that it is looking right at our cameraman. If you look closely, the figure is moving slightly, almost as if it is tilting towards the left as the man walks past, which doesn't make it less creepy. Could it maybe be a deceased patient that was visiting? Or something more sinister? The man was really scared after seeing that in his recording. I mean, who wouldn't be? Do you have a better explanation, perhaps?
Unless it's just his one of his buddies.
Thank you, guys.
Involved in a hoax and all that. I see no other explanation other than paranormal.
So watching.
Okay, guys. You know what? I'm done. After that last one, the one that I can't not anymore. You know, it's very rare that these videos get me, but this one did get me. So yeah, I give credit to it, but I can't handle anymore tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, leave a comment down below, and tell me if I'm a little pussy for getting so scared, but I'll see you guys in the next one.